morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, August 18th, 2016. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. The strongest earthquake in 20 years struck northeastern Australia earlier today. A 5.8 quake on the Richter scale struck North Queensland, Australia. It struck the tourist towns of Bowen and Townley. There have been no reports of any damage or injuries, nor was there a tsunami alert. As I said, it's on the northeastern coast of Australia, and of course the sea lies immediately to the east. Meanwhile, we talked yesterday about how the big Australian insurer QBE reported a 46% decrease in profits year on year for the first half. Well, it seems that their CEO, Richard Price, is seriously considering leaving the United Kingdom as a result of the Brexit vote. Mr. Price was quoted in a number of insurance dailies today saying that while he's prepared to go through the 1/1/2017 renewal period, he certainly does not want to enter the 1/1/2018 renewal period without having some clarity on the EU market passporting rights. He said that if that was to occur, he no doubt would act on his own. He said London is important, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Fair warning to the British people working on that exit strategy now. 500 people were evacuated from a car ferry, which is a combination cruise ship. It's called the Caribbean Fantasy, about a mile off the north shore of Puerto Rico yesterday afternoon. The ship experienced an out-of-control fire and was eventually abandoned by the crew. It is operated by the American Cruise Ferries Corporation. It operates between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico several times a week. As of right now, the Coast Guard has the ship cordoned off and it's just simply floating there. In southern France, about 30 miles outside of the town of Nimes, France, 8 people were seriously hurt when an express train collided with a fallen pine tree that was on the tracks. The train was traveling at about 90 miles per hour. It did not derail, but immediately before the collision, golf ball-sized hailstorms were pelting the train and the surrounding area, apparently knocking over the tree. There was a car bomb explosion in the Van region of eastern Turkey earlier today. It killed at least 6 people, wounded 50 people. It was in front of a police station. Apparently, this is not the work of ISIL. It seems to be the work of the Kurdish terrorist group, the PKK. No more information on that. Meanwhile, the fire in California, the so-called Blue Cut Fire in San Bernardino County, that has caused 82,000 people to be evacuated and burned 25,000 acres, is now, as of this morning, 5% contained. Apparently, firefighters are relieved that they have been able to do at least this much with the fire, which seems to be a particularly difficult one to fight. Authorities have reopened the northbound lane of Interstate 5, which had been closed all of yesterday. And the National Wildlife Fund came out with a report this morning saying that Miami faces $3.5 trillion of losses of assets by 2070 due to rising sea level. Losses of assets is a broad term. It includes obviously property values and many other suburban areas that are going to be flooded as a result of increased sea levels. Guangzhou, China is number 2 on the list, and New York City is number 3 on the list. 2070 is actually not that far away. It's 54 years away. So if global warming and climate change is something that is going to happen, it certainly is something that's going to happen a lot sooner than people might have expected. Also yesterday, there was news that the month of July was without doubt the hottest month on record in the history of the Earth. So, on those enlightening notes, thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.